All right. Well, surprise. I'm throwing an extra Saturday class on the Instagram today because we lately have just been able to kind of move things around depending on what's going on. And so after a really long day of a lot of volunteer stuff and protest stuff yesterday, I got another one kind of exact repeat, same kind of day today. So I figured, why not sneak a little something in first? And I know that if I stop and just sit on my mat for 30 minutes even and stretch my body out and slow down my brain, that everything else will be a little bit easier. So I figured, why not put it on? And if anybody joins me, they do, and if not, they don't. And it's always nice to sneak a little extra something in. So I welcome you. Please feel free to do what works best for you. We're just going to do a really simple, feel good, slow down and stretch things out kind of class today. So this will probably end up being the stretchy nap of the day as well. Maybe a little bit more movement involved, but not much. So enjoy yourself. Give your brain and your body a little bit of time to rest, because you deserve it and you need it. So here we go. We're going to start this practice just resting back in child's pose for a few moments. Go ahead and make your body comfortable in any child's pose shape. I'm going to stack up my forearms and just let my forehead rest here. Once your body has settled in, start to slow down the pace and rhythm of your breath. You don't have to work too hard on finding a breath that works for you. Just pay attention to the way that you're already breathing. What's the natural cadence of your breath in? How deep is your exhale out? And just see how you feel about your natural breath. And then if you want to work on deepening things, go right ahead. And it's not required or necessary. If you're comfortable with your natural breath, that's just fine. Right, sink in, take maybe 2 or 3 more full cycles of breath right here. One more time. Smooth, steady inhale. Exhale completely. And then when you feel centered, grounded, and ready to move a little bit, come on up. Find your hands and knees. Oh, my sign's falling down back here. Hold on. Find your hands and knees and just start to move around a little bit. Shift your weight forward and back a couple times. So again, just a little bonus class today of moving. I figured if I was going to get on my mat and do my own little stretch session before I went out into a long, busy day, why not invite my friends to jump on here with me? This will also post up on the Instagram feed in the IGTV, and it'll go up on our YouTube as well. So if you want to retake class later on, you can at any time. All right, once you've moved your spine around a little bit, you start to rotate gently around in a circle. Doesn't really matter which way you go. Just begin to swing your hips, swing your shoulders. Let your back start to round and arch a little bit. And then on top of all that, see if you can connect your breath. Exhale as you swing around. Inhale as you come forward. 3 more times. 2. Once more around. And then slow it down right there. Stop for a second. Good. Let your belly drop. Lift your chin, tilt your tail. Inhale, cow stretch. Exhale, round all the way out. Good. And then release. Take it the other way. Work on that breath connection here. Exhale. Really just doing your best to loosen up your spine, hips and shoulders. A couple more. 3, 2. The birds outside are going absolutely bonkers right now. They have been for hours. Not sure what's going on in the bird world on my street, but it is definitely a party. Slow down. Pause right there. Good. One more time. Tilt your tail. Really exaggerate. Lift your chin. Inhale. Exhale, round all the way through. Cat stretch. And then just take it back to tabletop pose. And we're going to do a little threading the needle here. Again, you can pick which side you want to do first. I'm going to do my left arm through first. And so sneaking that arm right under. If you feel like you want to swing open first, some people like that approach. But whatever the case may be, eventually you're going to end up down on your shoulder, and then you can relax your ear, your cheek, your jaw. Just let everything kind of settle in. Take your free hand and maybe reach it forward just to help create some more space in your back. Don't be afraid to really lean on your arm. It's not just opening up the back side of the shoulder, but you're also stretching right along that seam of the biceps and triceps. Keep your tailbone up high, but let your lower body relax a little bit. Once again, focus and concentrate on your breath here. Three, 2, and on 1, you can start to slide your free hand in. Let it help you as you come up. And swing that arm from underneath all the way up overhead for a second. Oh, enjoy a little spinal twist there. And then take your arm around in a few big circles. Just rotate your whole shoulder. And change that direction. 3, 2, and 1, and then let it go. Okay, take a moment to just remember which side you already did, because we're going to do the other one in just a few breaths from now. But before we do, let's stretch out the wrists and forearms a little bit. So from your tabletop, now flip your hands around. Invert your fingers so that they point back towards your body. And then just lean into your hands. Sometimes a little bit of rocking this feels good. Maybe gently side to side. forward and back. And then turn your fingers out to the sides. So fingertips point toward opposite edges of the mat. And same thing, rock a little side to side, maybe a little half circle, full circle around. Notice how the creases of the wrists, all the way up to the forearms, start to come to life. Might even be a little bit achy. That's okay, that's just fresh blood moving through. One last position. Now go knuckle side of the hand down. Make sure you step your knees in a little bit so that you feel like you're in control of this one and that you don't have too much pressure on your hands. Leaning right into the back side, and then you can curl your hands into a fist and release and open, stretch your fingers out. A couple times. Inhale, curl the fist in. Exhale, let the hands relax. One more time, curl in. And then release. Sit back on your heels for a second and shake out your palms. Roll out your wrists, excuse me. And when you feel pretty good about that, bring both hands around behind your back. Just for a moment, interlock your fingers, pull your knuckles away from your spine, stretch open your heart, drop your right ear. Roll your chin down to your chest. Swing your left ear over. Roll it all the way back down one last time. Chin stays on the chest. Lift your knuckles. If you want to lean forward, put your belly on your thighs, your forehead, or the crown of your head on the ground. You can lift up and stretch out your shoulders a little bit more. And then release. Come up, find your hands and knees. Pause there, and you're going to go all the way back to that other side of your threaded needle. So which arm haven't you done? Think about it for a breath. Set it up, and then swing underneath. Relax all the way down. Good. Again, your ear, your cheek, your jaw, the corners of your mouth, the corners of your eyes, let it all relax. Your hips, tailbone, and booty are just kind of hanging in space behind you, and then your free hand maybe reaching forward to help open up the space between your shoulder blades. And feel your back rise and fall, and just listen to the sound of your breath. Let your brain slow down. Let your thoughts just pass you by one. Just try to let them go. There'll be plenty of time to think for the rest of the day, but for right now, give yourself a little break. When you're ready to release, slide your free hand in to help. Unwind, swing your arm all the way back up and open. Enjoy that. Open, stretch, a little bit of a twist. Lengthen across the heart center. A few big circles around. Move your shoulder all the way through. Full rotation, every position on the clock. And then switch and go the other way. 3, 2. One more time. Stretch up, inhale. And exhale, release. All right, as both hands come back down, let's make our way into our first downward facing dog. If you don't practice down dog, you can just stay on your hands and knees and table or take child's pose. We are going to set up for a half pigeon. And I'm just going to give you the forward version of this. If you'd rather take it on your back, you'll just flip over to your back and make a figure 4. Most people know the modification for that one, so I'll let you figure that out. Otherwise, start with whichever leg you want. Stretch it up for a moment. Inhale. And then on your exhale, you're going to drive your knee forward. And set that knee down right at the corner edge of the corresponding side of the mat. So I'm doing my right side. I'm just going to aim my right knee up for that right corner, giving my shin a little bit of room to swing across the mat, probably about 45-degree angle or so. If you're really bendy, your shin might be closer to 90 degrees with the front edge of your mat. But most people are going to be somewhere right about 45-ish. Bring your free hip bone, this one that's not on the bent knee, around and forward a little bit. And then as you ease down, you might just find that you're comfortable on your elbows. You might find that you're more comfortable relaxing deeper than that. It's really up to you. We're not going to be here for an eternity, just long enough to stretch the hips out a little bit, find some release in the low back. If you're lucky enough to have some props at home, absolutely. Throwing a little bolster under your belly, or even just grabbing a couch cushion that you can kind of nestle into. It really does help to have something underneath of you in this pose, because it just encourages you to relax all those tiny little muscles that are still probably feeling like they need to hold on. You can scan through your body and look for that tension. Are you clenching your glutes for no good reason? Are you clenching your teeth for no good reason? Can you relax your jaw a little more? Can you relax the back of your neck? Is there a way to get some more tension out of your shoulders? Whatever it takes. When all else fails, just breathe. You can use this time, if it helps, to connect a little mantra to your breathing. Oftentimes I find that it helps me calm my mind if I set an intention for my inhale. So today, with each inhale, I'm thinking to myself, I just want to inhale this sense of strength and positivity. I woke up feeling a little run down, a little tired, and that's not what I needed today, so I'm going to try to just cultivate a little more energy and peace on the inhale, and on the exhalation, try to let go. Let go of whatever it is I don't want to carry with me any further into this day. Right? I'm going to try to let go of a sense of tiredness, a sense of frustration, whatever it might be. Just meditate on that for about 5, maybe 6 more full cycles of breath. What are you bringing in? What are you sending out? What are you letting go of? on your next inhale, take a moment to walk your hands in. Probably starting to feel a little tingly in the knee and the ankle, so as you go back to your down dog, take a moment to just shake all of that out. Loosen it up a little. Once you've got both feet back on the ground, give your heart center a good push back towards your thighs. All right, and then start with your other leg. You can pick it up if you want and swing it high, or you're welcome to just kind of swing right on through. Make some adjustments. Oftentimes I have to sit over on one hip and just scoot my foot forward until I find the right angle. Ekapadaraja Kaputasana. Single-legged king pigeon pose, or what we call half pigeon, right? I've never seen, I guess, what would be full pigeon pose. It's just one half at a time, right? There is a really beautiful back bend that you do from your knees. You start in camel pose, like you're going to go into camel stretch, and then you keep going and going and going and going until you can basically do a full bridge back bend from your knees with your head on the ground. And that posture is also called pigeon. It's a beautiful second series Ashtanga pose. If you ever want to look it up, it's definitely one to work toward if you want to up your back bending game, that's for sure. But for now, lucky you. You don't have to do a giant, massive back bend. Instead, you get to stay right here in this nice, relaxing hip stretch. Same thing. Let your body find a comfortable place. Slow down your mind. Maybe find your mantra again and just pay attention to your breath. Another 6 to 8 full cycles here. Maybe 1 or 2 more breaths and just scanning again from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes, all the way through your body. Notice where you're still holding on. Is there an opportunity that you can relax something else? The eyelids, the cheekbones. Soften up around your belly and your hips. Take 1 more deep breath in. Right, and then slowly, comfortably, just bring yourself up. Right. You can take it all the way back to down dog if you want, or you can just swing yourself right around into a seat and bring your legs out in front. Shake them out. Point and flex and roll the toes around. And then just work yourself into a gentle forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Hands reaching down as far as it's comfortable for you. If you can get your feet, great, but that's not necessary by any means. You can just put your hands on your shins, maybe on your thighs or alongside your legs. I'll give you another personal favorite of mine. I like to just kind of scoop my arms a little bit underneath my legs so that my forearms are under my calves. And then it just takes some pressure out of my hamstrings, and it also lets me get a little bit deeper low back stretch going. You might like that variation. As your body softens a little more, let yourself sink a little deeper. 5 more exhales here. If you can get your feet and comfortably touch your toes, right there on that little knuckle of your outside your big toe is a great pressure point. You can fit your thumb kind of right into it and then just squeeze a little bit. There's another one right in the inner arch of your foot there as well. You'll know it when you feel it. It just makes sense that that would be a good place to put a little bit of pressure. You'll feel the release almost instantly in the backs of your legs. That's why they tell you that if you have really tight hamstrings, you should roll a tennis ball in the bottom of your foot, because there's all those really good pressure release points in there. All right, and then as you sit up, we'll draw one knee open to the side. Your choice, of course. Make a seated tree pose here, or what's known as Janu, Shavasana. This knee will just stay back and out of the way. And as you come forward over your long leg, you can probably fold in a little bit deeper, and now you'll really stretch your low back. This is my all-time favorite yoga pose. It always feels good no matter what. You get a little bit of everything. You get some hamstrings, you get some hips, you get a ton of low back in this pose, all the places that most of us generally crave a little bit of stretching. Try to relax the back of your neck. Just let your head drop heavy. Breathe with me here for 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Inhale, slowly bring yourself up. And take a little turn toward that open knee. And just draw yourself into a really gentle spinal twist. If you're really lucky, you might get a good low back crack right there. I just did. Yay. And then swing it to the other side. Already feeling really happy about getting on my mat. I was gonna skip it this morning and just not practice, and I can tell that I needed it, and I'm glad that I did it, and I hope you're glad that you're doing it too. It's just a good reminder that no matter what, stopping for even a half an hour to take care of your body just really goes a long way. Okay, other side. Soften, relax. Try to find the places where you can let go. If you did like that little squeezing of your foot, you can do it anytime you're in a forward fold. It just helps. There's some good pressure points on the top of your foot too, right along those knuckle points, kind of the bridge of your toes there. And let's stay for another 3. 2. And 1. Come on up slowly on your inhale. Take a little twist towards your open knee once more. And then release it as you square back off to the front. We'll do one last thing here before we get into our final relaxation. Let's go for Bubba Konasana, bottoms of the feet together. Scoot your hips in a little bit. If you want more stretch in here, like on the inner creases of your hips, groins, all those inner flexors, heels as close to your pelvic bone as possible. If you want more out here, rotators, deeper outer glutes, IT band, then heels further away. There is such a thing as the best of both worlds. You'll find there's a spot where you can kind of get both at the same time. Elbows can stay in if you like this sort of rounding, pulled in position, or elbows out in front of your shins will just give you a little bit more leverage to work with that stretch. Even though your back is rounded, imagine what it would feel like to lengthen out your spine here. And on the inhalation, let that length move through your back. And on the exhale, surrender, round in, fold a little deeper. Let's do that just a few more times. Inhale, lengthen. Make some space between your shoulders and your ears. Exhale, round. 2 more. Little lift, draw the navel in, exhale, fold. Maybe your forehead's getting a little closer to your toes. 1 more time. And then just come on up. Roll out your head, neck, and shoulders once more. Good. Tuck your feet into a simple cross-legged pose. And then just for 1 minute, bring a little length into your spine. Palms down or palms up, depending on how you're feeling. Palms down if you feel like you've got a lot of energy and stuff already coursing through your body, or palms up if you feel like you could use a little bit of extra inspiration and energy from the world around you today. Close your eyes. And just sit for 1 minute. Let your thoughts pass through your mind like clouds pass across a clear blue sky. They just come and go. Take a moment to ask for what you need today from yourself, what you need from the world around you, what you need for your mind, what you need for your body, what you need for your soul. And then just graciously ask for these things. whatever it might be. Today I'm going to ask to be happy and healthy. And then I'm going to ask the same for all beings everywhere. May they be happy, healthy, and free from suffering. Be grateful for having this moment on your mat today. I'm going to invite you to get into a comfortable place for Shavasana. If you are close enough to a wall, I would highly recommend throw your legs up the wall. Scoot your butt in nice and close, or you can leave a little bit of space between you and the wall depending on how it feels. And then just let your legs dangle up there in space and feel how you can really flatten all of your low back down. If you don't have a wall nearby, it's okay. You can just take any old posture for Shavasana, or if you're close to your couch or a chair, you can do it there too. Your knees would just bend right over the seat of the couch or the chair. When you find whatever the place might be for you today, then take one last great big breath in. Exhale it all out. And just sink in. Total relaxation, nowhere else to be, nothing else you have to do right now. Okay, you stay right there and continue to enjoy your Shavasana for as long as you'd like. I have to run, but I will see you very soon. And may you be blessed today with happiness and health and peace. Take care of yourself, take care of each other. Thanks for jumping on with me. See you soon. If you want to make a donation for class today, you're always welcome to do so. I'll forward it to some different places that I've been helping lately and make sure they get supplies that they need. See you soon. Namaste.